basic ASMR video and just ASMR video in general. And I thought today, why not start off with some whispering and then I'll switch it into some other triggers throughout the video. It won't always be just whispering, since I know some people like to diversify. But to start it off, a little whispering, never hurt anyone. And we're gonna be talking about a couple of things. Right, the first one is I just want to say my gratitude to whoever the 3 people are who have subscribed. Thank you so much. I don't know who you guys are, but thank you so much. I mean, I don't even really know why I have 3. Actually, even though 3 is a little bit, it is still more than what I expected to have by this point. So anyways, thank you so much, and if you guys continue to watch and like the videos, then please make sure to subscribe and like, and maybe leave a comment, and come back and keep watching. We'll always keep watching. I mean, keep making more gaming ASMR videos, as I feel like that is a niche, right, that isn't really explored. As I say in other videos, I think the main games I see when I search up gaming ASMR is stuff like Fortnite, and currently, the last time I checked, it was like Marvel Rivals, which is like games that I don't really like interest me. So I'm doing games that I play. So hopefully, anyways, I'm just rambling. As you can see, today I am playing Bethany, which to some of you guys is like just a regular old character, but to me this was my first time playing Bethany. So I didn't really know how she worked, and I didn't do any research, and I didn't read anything, and I couldn't be bothered. So for this first floor here, I did not know that I had to use my book of wisps, or whatever this book is called, as much as possible. I did not know that. Grammy wisps. Oh wait, I think it's called the Book of Virtues. Actually, the Book of Virtues. The Book of Virtues. So I didn't know I was supposed to use that, and it gave me wisps. As later on, I will read what the character does, thanks to the item description mod, and learn about it a little bit. And then I'll be like, oh, so I was supposed to use this book this whole time. And also, I can't use blue hearts. What do you mean I can't use blue hearts? So I just been saving it for nothing. But as you can see later on in this video, I'm not gonna spoil it, but we get extremely lucky with our deals. At the end of the floors. I'm not gonna spoil it, but that's all I'm going to say, that we get extremely lucky. So anyways, I'm just playing it extremely safe. This first floor, I did not even notice that it was a big floor. I did not notice it was Curse of the Labyrinth until I wanted to fully explore the room, and then I found the second treasure room, and I was like, oh my god, is this a labyrinth room? I did not know. I had no clue. So anyways, here I think I stopped to read what my character does. I also wanted more bombs because, as you can see, I think I found like 2 tinted rocks. So I wanted to bomb both of them, but I was only able to find 1 bomb, I believe. Even though the other tinted rock, I gotta use a troll bomb to spawn at the end. But I wasn't thinking fast enough. I mean, to be fair, I had not played this game in a couple of days. I know I said in the first video, I said that I was addicted to this game, but it has kind of worn off. I haven't really been playing it as much lately, but I am still like grinding on it. Every now and then I get the itch to play some more Isaac, so I hop back on and I scratch that itch. But anyways, that's enough about that. Okay, so a little bit more about the gameplay. Look, you could see there, I find wisps are actually OP, guys. These wisps are actually OP. Later on, I get one that I think has 20 HP, but I'm only able to get one of them. I think, even though I used 2 red hearts because I find puppy jaw or guppy's paw, and then I used that to make a wisp, and I think it said it had 20 HP. But I think I have a wisp limit. I don't know what exactly that wisp limit is, but I think I hit it, and then I wasn't able to get another 20 HP wisp, and I was like, what do you mean I can't use this again? But anyways, as far as the game goes, I'm just gonna go my usual route. I sank into Blue Baby, into Mega Satan, into Delirium if he spawns. Of course, if he spawns. We know that he doesn't always spawn, so it's not guaranteed. It's not a guarantee unless like you want to face him after Hush, because then it is a guarantee, right? But anyways, that's enough of the game. Some more stuff I'm gonna whisper about is yesterday I went to the movie theaters with my cousin, and we watched no, actually it wasn't yesterday, it was Friday, and we went to the movie theaters and we watched 28 years later. 28 years later, and I'm just gonna give a quick little review of it. So and it will have spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, you plan on seeing it, or if you don't know you're gonna see it, I would skip, or I would just not ignore this part that is coming up. But okay, I'm giving you a fair warning, and a warning. I'm giving you a fair warning, and I'm gonna talk about it. So you better leave. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now that the people have left who have want to watch the movie or whatever, or like whatever. I decided that I actually am gonna first talk about it without spoiling it, and then I'll get into some spoilers. And also, I want to just say that I am not a movie critic, and whenever it was time to like review books or review movies in my school, I always dreaded it because I don't know how to think like a critic. Like, what the heck? Like what if I like this book and you hate it? Okay, what if 10 million people like the book but I hate it? Does that mean I'm wrong, or does that mean they're wrong? No, it just means we're different and we like different things. And what we enjoy is can be measured like by 1% for everyone. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is what you like is something that someone else might not like, and vice versa and whatnot. And yeah, so basically, but anyways, with that being said, let's talk about 28 years later. Okay, so right off the bat, I can say some general things. I can say that it is scary. Like, there are scenes in that movie where it had me like sitting all the way back in my seat with anticipation and like suspense as to what was gonna happen next. And it really like keeps you on your toes. Like in the middle of the movie, it really like it keeps you on your toes. Like, oh my god, how are they gonna get out of this? Like, oh no, and like you just keep waiting for things to go wrong, because you've seen these kinds of movies before, right? And something always goes wrong right after they think, oh, we made it, and then boom, something bad goes wrong. But and I just kept waiting for that moment each and every time. But that being said, right, so the movie is basically like where the main character is actually a child, believe it or not. In the universe, he is supposed to be a 12-year-old, and he is the main character. That in the first part he goes out with his dad, in the second part he goes out with his mom, right? And okay. So anyways, anyways, right? Like I was saying, I'm not very good at this, but yes, it's very suspenseful. It keeps you on your toes. The chases are intense. Those chase scenes are intense, and there are some moments where you can just like feel like you're in it, and it makes you feel all the feelings that the characters would be feeling, like fear, uncomfortableness. You just feel all that raw emotion, right? Okay. Later on, okay, the ending. Let's talk about the ending because for those of you who haven't seen it, you most likely will hear about the ending. And me and my cousin both agree that as we were watching it right there in the movie theater, we just felt the tone completely shift. Like it just completely changed. It is completely crazy how much it don't change just because of that ending. But you know what? I guess it's set up because apparently this movie is the first of a trilogy of sequels of films for the 28 Days Later franchise. So this is probably just set up. But anyways, let's talk about some spoilers now, okay? So the kid, like I mentioned before, the kid first goes on an adventure with his dad. It was not really an adventure. Since he's 12, he gets to go out and he has to go get his first zombie kill. I believe they're called zombies once, but I believe that they're actually like technically infected with the rage fighters or something. But anyways, he's supposed to go out and like get his first kill, and you can see like the whole town is like cheering him on, and it's like a rite of passage for him to do this. And then we get to his mom, and his mom is bedridden with some kind of illness. We don't really know. Like, I thought it was like either schizophrenia or that she was succumbing to the rage virus. But later on, we learned out something completely different. But anyways, we see that the mom doesn't want her to go. Doesn't want her child to go out. But her child's like, yeah, I gotta go, I gotta do this, and the dad agrees. And you know, she's not right in the head, so then she loses. Like she fights with her son and the dad, and she's like, no, he's not going out because he's too young. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, do you want him to get killed? Do you want him to get killed? Are you crazy? This is crazy. But then she settles down, and you know, she loses her mind, and she has one of those moments, and basically she asks him, why are you going? And this time she says, go as to not get her riled up again. So make a long story short, they go out, and as they're going out, the town leadership is like, basically, yeah, so yeah, you can go out, like, you're free to go out, and you're always free to come back whenever you want, no questions asked. But if you're not back by like when the gates close, then we're not gonna come out looking for you. Okay, you're on your own. And basically the kid had to say yes. And I think this is just like them introducing the kid like to the harsh realities of life, right? This is just the first step, but later on he's gonna learn more about how cruel the world really is and how unfair it is. But this is the first part, right? Basically saying that you're on your own, and we're not gonna help you. Even if you want us to come help, that's too bad. This is your decision, and you have to live with it. So anyways, okay. So as you guys probably come to learn right now, there's a coming of age story, and the first part he has to go in to get his kill. And at first, so this takes 28 years later. So like, where is everyone else? Like, is the world not helping or whatever? Are they really on their own? Did they really just abandon the UK? I know people joke about it on the internet that the British are coming. zombies that are crawl around on the floor. They eat worms. They're so slow. For some reason, they can stand up actually, but they don't. They choose to crawl around on the floor and be filthy. But yeah. So, anyways, that's one of the ones that the kid and his dad first see, and that's one that's with him killing. And so you know, he takes a shot. He takes a while aiming that shot, and unbeknownst to them, there's another fat zombie behind him, and is crawling up, and the tension is just building, and the kid is taking forever to hear. You're just wondering, like, oh my god, is he gonna get out? But yeah, the kid kills the zombie, and then the dad goes sicko mode, and he takes out like 3 or 4 of the bad zombies, but he lets one go for some reason, and I was just like, what the heck, why did he let it go? But anyways, he lets it go. Anyways, the kid and the dad go on some more adventures. They end up actually finding an alpha. An alpha is one of these zombies that has been mutated to the extreme and has like become big and strong. And he also seemed to possess the ability to like control other zombies or like direct where them to go. It all gave me Attack on Titan vibes actually. But anyways, they run into one and it forces them to go back. It forces them to go back and hide in an old building and blah blah blah. They stay in an old building until like something knocks down the building. It's all very he was having a dream. But I think the house actually starts to fall down, so they start to run. And this alpha zombie had them on lockdown because as soon as they got out of the house, they knew the alpha zombie knew that they got out, and he just started chasing them. And the community where they come, they can only go back. It's only accessible during the low and high tides, so they can't just freely walk up whenever they want. They have to wait for the right tide. And it's a little early, but they decide they're gonna risk it and go back to their community. And they just take their time, and they're making their way across the thing. And here comes this fucking big alpha zombie chasing them down, and they're just walking slowly down. They're like happy. They're like, we did it. Good job. You did your first kill. Even though when the zombies started chasing us, you didn't hit a single shot. But well done. And it okay, I'm taking way too long. But anyways, to make a long story short, the zombie just comes in and yeah, they have to run it. They have to run it to their gate, and they wake everyone up, and they're like, help us. He's right behind us, isn't he? He's right behind us. But yet, it takes like 4 or 5 normal arrow shots and then a big ballistic arrow just to bring him down. Just to bring one alpha down. You know how dangerous those are. You know how dangerous they are. But and then everyone celebrates, la la la. And we learn, right, that the kid saw a fire while he was outside, and his dad didn't tell him who the fire was. But then he gets back, and the kid learns from another old man that fire is set by a doctor, and that there's a doctor out that who could potentially help his mother, but he doesn't elaborate. But you know, he plants the seeds of temptation in that little boy, and then the boy catches his dad cheating on his mom. And you know, so he is a 12-year-old boy, right? He just came back from a life or death situation in which his dad absolutely carried him, and now he kicked his dad out the house because he was cheating and threatening him with a knife. So what does this 12-year-old boy do? Oh, I know. I'm just gonna take my mom, who's obviously very sick and can barely stand, and I'm just gonna go out, leave the safety of the village, and go out into the zombie-filled world, and just go see this doctor who may or may not be crazy. Because yeah, like I said, I obviously can't handle myself since I got a total of 0 kills of the active zombies one. And so yeah, part 2 of the movie is basically the kid with a journey with his mother to go see the doctor, and what the dad taught him to be tough and strong, and to look at the zombies as mindless creatures that it's just your job to take care of them. The mom would try to teach the boy like some emotion, to always remember to have to laugh and to have fun, and to remember to sometimes take it easy and remember the easy moments, the moments that you're gonna miss when the person's gone. And she tries to teach him that, but they're walking across the British northern lands, and then boom, they're ambushed by a zombie in the field, and you know what that means? One zombie means more zombies right behind, and they run to a gas station, and then they're saved by a Swedish soldier. Oh yeah, where did the Swedish soldier come from? You're just gonna have to watch a movie, but anyways, there's just one left, and he saves him, and this Swedish soldier, we also learned that the world has moved on without them. Apparently the world is alright. He even has a friend who's like a delivery driver, and he has a phone, and he talks about internet and all the luxuries of life, and I'm just like, what the heck? So you really just gave up the British Empire? You really just gave up on the British people and left them to fend for themselves? But okay, whatever. So anyways, I'm taking way too long. Oh my god. So anyways, long story short, Eric doesn't make it. Okay, he gets killed by an alpha, and oh my god, there's a train scene. I'm not even gonna get into it because you just have to watch it, because the raw emotion that you feel like when you're watching that scene, and you're just like, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? What am I watching? What am I watching? Why am I watching this? But anyways, they do eventually find the doctor, and he helps him out, and you're just like, oh my god, so is the doctor mad, or is he crazy, or what was his deal? And you turn around, you know what, that doctor's actually a pretty chill guy. He's actually pretty chill. He's just like, oh yeah, we have to remember death, because even these infected zombies were at one point humans with their own thoughts and feelings and whatnot. And yeah, so he has his own process. He cremates people that he meets, like the bodies. He cremates them, and he takes their skulls, and he's built like a monument to them. And it's just a way of remembering who they were when they were alive. There was a saying that he says, "Remember death," but it's in Latin, and I don't remember it. I just know that it means remember death, and that's what he does. So, anyways, the doctor is able to diagnose his mom, and yeah, it's scary. Okay, during that whole revelation scene of what her illness was, and it turns out that she has cancer, and the kid's like, well, can you help her? And he's like, no, we can't help her. And we as the audience know that even when the world was great and normal, no zombies, there was no cure for cancer. If you got cancer, there's a high chance that you're not gonna make it. And even there's no cure. There was no cure for cancer, and there is definitely no cure when the whole zombie population has wiped out your whole infrastructure. But yeah, the kid doesn't know this, but the mom and the doctor do. And that whole scene, when they reveal that it's cancer, and then the doctor's just like, there's some good tests and there's some bad tests, and blah 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 blah. It was just sad because we knew what was about to happen. They had put the kid to sleep with some drugs, and as he was falling asleep, you could just tell, his mom is gonna get cremated, and she's gonna get turned to a skull. And yep, lo and behold, that's what happens. So yeah, his mother dies, and that was just so sad. That whole part, and now you're just like, dang. Now what? Now what? Now do you go back? I mean, some other stuff happens, but that was like the main part. The other thing that happens is, of course, you know, the ending where the boy decides, you know what? I don't want to go back to the village. Let me keep exploring the outside world. And you can see that he has become somewhat more competent in taking out zombies. But he is cornered again, and then this guy comes and says, "Do you mind if we help you, save you?" And he says, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead, help me." And it just these Teletubby Power Rangers, they just come here, flipping, back flipping, triple back flipping, taking out the zombies, all frantically. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, so that was 28 days later. So, anyways, all of this is a long-winded way to say that it was a good movie. Highly recommend you watching it. I did not do it justice when I was describing it, but you know what? Hopefully I did. 9 out of 10 for me, and I would definitely watch again. Eventually, it was so good. It was so good. It really had me on the edge of my seat. Literally. Oh my god, it was so frightening. But anyways. Oh my god, I really rambled way too much for that. Way too much for that. So I guess the next thing to do right now is I'm just gonna stop whispering altogether and just leave you with some mic sounds. Now I'm gonna do some controller sounds, and then we'll see where we go from there. We'll see where we go from there. We'll see where we go from there. Anyways, guys, thank you. I don't know if I'll be back, but if I'm not back, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting and whatnot. Thank you so much. And yeah, so mic tapping, mic touching, mic scratching for the next few minutes. Yeah, hope you enjoy. scratching, touching. That's enough of that section, and now I'm going to do some trigger words, hopefully. And by trigger words, I mean I'm just gonna think of some words, and the first words that I think of, that's what I'm gonna repeat. And I'm gonna repeat, and I'm gonna repeat, and I'm gonna repeat until I have enough for a different section. Alright, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? So the first word I'm gonna whisper is hiccup. 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 H-I-C-C-U-P. Hiccup. H-I-C-C-U-P. Hiccup. 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 Alright, moving on to the next word. Zombie. 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 Zombie, 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 zombie. Z-O-M-B-I-E. Zombie, 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 zombie. Bethany, 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 Bethany. Bethany, 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 Bethany. B-E-T-H-A-N-Y. Bethany, Bethany, Bethany. Bethany, 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 Bethany. Mouse, 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 mouse. Mouse, mouse, mouse. M-O-U-S-E. 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 Mouse, 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 mouse. Mouse, mouse, mouse. Skeleton. 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 Skeleton, 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 skeleton. S-K-E-L. S-K-E-L-E-T-O-N. Skeleton. Skeleton. I don't know if I'm spelling these words right, but I hope I am. Skeleton. Skeleton, 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 skeleton. Donatello. 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 Donatello does machines. Donatello, 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 Donatello. D-O-N-T-E-L-L-O. Donatello. Donatello, 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 Donatello. Coconut. 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 C-O-C-O-N-U-T. Coconut. 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 Give me some more words to say in the comments, because I do not know. I am struggling. I'm looking all around. Sure. Controller. 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 C-O-N-T-R-O-L-L-E-R. Controller. 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 Alright, last word here, and we have Spider-Man. 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 Spider-Man, 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 S-P-I-D-E-R, Spider dash M-A-N, man, Spider-Man. Okay, was that part of that section done. So the next section is gonna be very straightforward. We're just gonna be doing grabbing this controller here. It's just gonna be making some sounds over the mic. Controller sounds are one of my favorite triggers, so hopefully some of you guys like this too. I was thinking of doing some more whispering, but this time doing some more whispering in Spanish in Español, because I can't speak Spanish as well, but it's not as good as my English, and it's quite honestly, it's quite honestly embarrassing to call myself Spanish after what I do to the language. But I can still I can talk Spanish. Okay, I can talk Spanish. Okay, but with no more excuses. Anyway, let us begin. Entonces, como yo dije, yo puedo hablar español, pero no es tan bueno como mi inglés. He hablado más inglés de español, pero yo aprendí cómo hablar español primero. Pero tú sabes, aquí en Estados Unidos hablan más inglés que español. Solo hablo español con mis padres en la casa, y así es. Pero unas veces se me olvidan como dije algo en español y yo tengo que ir. Yo le tengo que preguntar a mi hermana cómo se dice esta palabra en inglés. O si no me recuerdo, solo digo la palabra en inglés y espero que conozcan lo que yo estoy hablando de, porque yo no sé lo que yo estoy hablando de. Yo no sé español. Pero sí, en la escuela yo estudié español por como 4 años en la última nivel de escuela, hasta 2 niveles de colegio, yo creo, o un nivel. Y todas esas clases eran tan fáciles porque yo sabía lo que estaban diciendo. Es español muy básico, es en una manera diferente, pero yo sabía lo que estaban hablando y que querían, y todo eso era fácil, pero todavía pero sí sí aprendí cómo leer y escribir mi español mejor, porque antes yo no sabía cómo. Yo solo sabía hablar, y si me preguntaban leer o escribir algo en español, yo no sabía. No, todavía no sé mucho, pero sé más que lo que iba a saber. Anyways, pero sí, en español. Pero yo quiero hablar de otras cosas también, como el canal de ASMR, como qué voy a hacer con él. Bueno, yo tengo muchas ideas de mi canal, pero como yo dije en mis otros videos, a mí me gusta ASMR y no me gusta. Antes yo miraba ASMR para como crear tingos, pero a mí ya casi ya no me dan tingos mucho. Solo una manera es tengo que tener mucho sueño para que los tingos me peguen, o si no, no me pegan. Solo unas personas me pueden hacer agarrar tingo constantly, pero por mucho tiempo yo me hice como immune. Pero anyways, yo estaba hablando de este canal, verdad. A mí me gustan los videojuegos y a mí me gustan como otras cosas, y yo miro mucho ASMR, even though no me dan tingos, todavía no miro porque sí me relaja todavía, y todavía siempre hay la posibilidad que me dan los tingos. Entonces yo miro ASMR muchas veces, probablemente demasiado, y eso es una de las razones por qué no me da tingos. Pero así estamos ahora. Y el canal, ok, so ASMR y yo. Entonces yo he mirado ASMR por como muchos años ya, como más de 10, tal vez más de 10. Porque yo empecé en middle school. Yo todavía recuerdo el día que busqué el primer ASMR. Yo ni sabía que ASMR video era. Yo solo estaba sentado y yo por una razón yo quería buscar en YouTube videos que te dan goosebumps. Como yo ni sabía, yo solo sabía que eso pasaba. Y yo quería que eso me pasaba en ese momento, que yo quería mirar goosebumps en mi brazo subirse. Entonces eso es lo que busqué y YouTube me llevó a un video de una mujer abriendo su nueva computadora y la caja, y no habló mucho. Y ese video sí trabajó. Yo ni sé si dije que era ASMR, pero me dio esos goosebumps ahí. Y ahí yo aprendí que hay videos que me pueden hacer esto. No solo es en la verdad, hoy en la vida realidad de la vida. No solo es eso, también puedo crear videos de YouTube. Y tiempo pasó y nunca pude encontrar ese video otra vez. Yo creo que lo encontré otra vez, pero después yo traté de encontrar otra vez. Yo no sé por qué no le di un like o le save a un playlist. Pero ya han pasado años y no he mirado ese video otra vez. Y yo ni sé cómo se llamaba la mujer, porque tal vez era como su único upload. Y solo estaba abriendo su nueva computadora y me dio muchos tingos. Y yo quiero retornar ese día y decir, Shishi, ¿qué estás haciendo? Dale un like a ese video, dale un like. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Esta memoria que nunca vas a olvidar. Te tienes que recordar de ese video, pero no, ya no me recordé. Y después de eso yo empecé a mirar unas chicas. Yo ni sé cómo encontré ese video. Yo creo que YouTube me lo recomendó. Y era Heather Feather ASMR. Obviamente es una de las originales grandes de ASMR. ¿Quién más? Era una de Rusia. Pero no me recuerdo su nombre. Ustedes saben porque es famosa ahora. Y también era otra. Yo no me recuerdo su nombre también. Pero me recuerdo un día antes de ir a la escuela, antes de ir al bus para, yo miré un video de ella. Ella tenía sus cosas de maquillaje. Ella estaba tocando la cámara y eso también me dio mucho tingos. Y desde allí yo me hice un fan de ella. Pero ya no la miro mucho. Ahora es después. Pasó tiempo y yo encontré a nuevas personas. Como los otros ASMRs ya no subían muchos videos. Which, pasa el tiempo y la vida y nada. Entonces yo empecé otra. Yo miré, que todavía miro de tiempo a tiempo, es la Fast ASMR. That ASMR desde Alemania, que también habla español. Ustedes saben eso. Yo recuerdo la primera vez que empezó hablando español y estaba, hablas español. Pero sí, yo miro era todavía, y también miro una que se llama Laura Lemmer. Es de Wales. Yo no sé cómo decir en español Wales. Pero ya ella es Welsh, pero yo creo que vive en Estados Unidos. Y ya, ellas tienen las mejores voces. Porque, como yo digo, a mí me gustan cuando cuando ellos whisper, yo no sé cómo te dice eso en español. Otra vez sí, pero yo no me recuerdo. Pero a mí me encantan cuando whisper y también juegan con el mic al mismo tiempo. Esos son mis... si me van a dar tingos, esa es la manera en lo que me van a dar tingos. A mí la otra manera también puede servir, pero no tanta como eso. Y sobre los años mucha gente ha empezado a hacer su ASMR y han traído nuevas cosas. Unas cosas sirven y otras no. Yo sé como a mí cosas de cómo comer o como esos sonidos que tienen mucho agua en los labios. A mí no me gustan eso, como los sonidos de comer o manchar o todo eso. No me gusta porque yo no sé, no me relaja, me hace sentir no bien, ok, me hace sentir no bien. Pero otras cosas, como cuando juegan con la luz, cuando juegan con tus ojos, ustedes saben que también pueden agarrar tingos y ASMR con los ojos solamente. Ni sonido, solo con los ojos, como seguir una luz o seguir mi dedo donde va, arriba, abajo, al lado. Y solo eso también me dan ASMR una vez, pero el problema es que esos videos son difíciles de encontrar porque ahora yo no sé, hay muchos videos que solo son demasiados ahora. Eso es todo lo que yo haría. Pero mi videos yo también yo tengo planes de hacer cosas solo no con videojuegos. Pero como ahorita yo no tengo el mejor como cámara, o yo no sé cómo se usa mi teléfono como cámara, entonces como voy a también capturar el sonido. Y también ni tenemos espacio para hacer cosas con la cámara. Pero yo creo que en el futuro, eventualmente, yo voy a usar la cámara y voy a usar... También voy a hacer videos de como la vida real. Yo todavía tengo... porque yo quiero hacer videos que yo quiero ver de ASMR, pero que no hay ahorita. Por eso que estoy haciendo videojuego ASMR, porque he mirado unos videos de ASMR de juegos que me encantan, pero el problema es el juego. Ok, yo soy una de esas personas que si no me gusta el juego yo no voy a mirar ese video. No me importa qué es, si es ASMR, si es un otro youtuber que me gusta, si juega un juego que no me gusta como el League of Legends. Si juegan eso, yo no voy a mirar eso. ¿Por qué voy a mirar eso? A mí no me gusta ese juego, no me interesa, entonces no lo voy a mirar. Pero también así es con el ASMR. No, yo no puedo por una razón yo no puedo distinguish between como solo mirar el video por la persona y no por el juego. Yo tengo que tener el juego, a lo menos tiene que ser algo que yo puedo mirar. Y entonces por eso que yo voy a jugar juegos. Ahorita estoy jugando mucho Panic Basic porque ese es el videojuego que tiene mi atención ahorita. Pero también hay otros juegos que yo creo que pueden hacer como juegos bien para ASMR, pero no hay muchos videos. Como el Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. Probablemente va a salir un video soon de mí de ese juego porque es uno de mis juegos favoritos de todo el tiempo. Entonces también voy a hacer un video con eso. Y en ese video jamás, o ese juego es uno donde yo uso mi keyboard y mouse más. Entonces también puedo traer esos sonidos porque esos son otros sonidos que me gustan. Básicamente mi canal es como si hay otro shishi allá afuera y está buscando las mismas cosas que yo quiero ver, pero que no hay. Entonces yo espero que él encuentre a mi canal y que se suscriba y que deje un like en cada video, porque yo estoy haciendo este video por él, para mí, pero para él. Y tú sabes, la persona que quiere ver todo esto. Pero en otras maneras también voy a tengo otro canal donde subo videos de juegos también, pero no es ASMR, so es yo jugando. Y si quieren soportarme también se pueden ir a suscribir a ese canal, pero por ahorita yo no sé dónde voy a poner más porque yo creo que va a ser con ASMR, porque yo no sé cómo todavía tengo 3 subscribers. Yo no sé quiénes de ustedes están suscribiendo, pero gracias mucho, gracias mucho de todo mi corazón, gracias. Yo sé que este video ya casi va a terminarse, o no, todavía falta un poquito de tiempo. Sí, ha ido por mucho tiempo este video. Espero que le haya encontrado muy bien. Pero parece que porque todavía me falta tiempo para que antes que cierre este video. Entonces estoy aquí, este nivel último con Bethany. Hablamos de juego, ok, porque yo no sé qué más hablar. Entonces si lo que saben de este juego, ya pueden ver que yo me hice muy poderosa. Y en este último nivel yo ni sé lo que estoy recogiendo, porque tengo un curse y a mí no me gusta ese curse, y ese es el curse más peor que puedes sacar en este nivel, porque es el último nivel y tú quieres ver todas las cosas que agarras, pero no para mí. Entonces, pero ya yo agarré el Sacred Heart. Para ustedes lo que no saben, es una de las items mejores de este juego. Y ya, el Bethany me gusta. Yo no sabía si me iba a gustar Bethany o no, pero sí me gusta mucho. Es muy poderosa con ese libro, y si encuentras un active item que es bueno, yo imagino que Bethany puede ser una de las más poderosas jugadores del juego. Pero así está. Entonces ahorita ya voy a ganar al Blue Baby. Después voy a ir con Mega Set y Delirium. Va a seguir o no. Vamos a ver ya casi vamos a ver. Pero ¿cómo han estado ustedes? ¿Qué han estado haciendo? Así que sí, le acabé de ganar Blue Baby. Sí se puede. Pero ¿qué más están haciendo? Yo sé que la NBA Finals acaban de ocurrir. Cuando yo estoy haciendo este video, acaban de terminar hace unas pocas horas. Ganaron la Oklahoma City Thunder. Pues no era el equipo que yo quería, pero yo apenas empecé a seguir al basketball. Entonces de verdad a mí no me importa lo que ganaban, pero quería más veces que ganaban de Oklahoma. Y es muy triste lo que le pasó a Tyrese Halliburton, como se pudo agarrar una lesión a ese tiempo. Yo sé que le puede doler mucho, porque aquí este es el último partido de todo este año. solo son que es la última hora de básquetbol que tiene que jugar y probablemente es el más importante juego de toda su carrera y toda su vida y como en unos pocos momentos se lastima y eso. Yo espero que se pueda regresar muy poderoso y pueda ganar su segunda oportunidad a ganar este ring porque yo sé que eso tiene que doler y yo no sé lo que todos los otros fans de NBA están llenos, pero esta final que tenían que ver. Esos dos equipos se fueron con todo lo que podía a ganar ese juego. Y si Tyrese Halliburton tal vez ganaban los Pacers porque él es su hombre. Él es el hombre de los Pacers. En este playoff season, los Pacers ganaron juegos que tal vez no tenían que ganar, pero hey, ganaron esos juegos y eso es todo lo que importa, ¿verdad? Solo para terminar la temporada sí es muy devastante, pero hay aquí tres jugadores, todos tienen ese se lastiman la misma manera. Es locuriosidad. No creen que todos los juegos con cero se lastima. Yo sé si yo soy un jugador, yo tengo ese cero, yo me estoy cambiando ese número ahorita. Pero no siempre me he gustado el básquetbol. Para mí es más el fútbol y ese es mi deporte más favorito. Como majority del mundo también le gusta el fútbol. Pero mi equipo de Estados Unidos no es tan bueno. Ni se fue al mundial. Yo recuerdo que no clasificaron. Yo fui a llamar a Discord. Los Estados Unidos no se fueron al mundial. Puedo creer. Yo era el único que me gusta fútbol, entonces esto es ¿qué es eso? Pero ya, así es. Pero aquí estamos en los últimos minutos para que lo que todavía está mirando, yo no agarro el delirium y no viene después que si lo miré 2 veces, pero no querías verse otra vez porque tenía miedo. Entonces aquí va a terminar el video, pero va a terminar. Yo creo que yo voy a hablar en inglés porque yo sé que hablar un poquito más. But yeah, guys, hello. I am back in English. And like I was saying, the video is almost up because Delirium decided not to show up. So, like I say, in finale it is. And it was rather easy, honestly. It was rather easy. And by the end here, I don't even really think that I'm like, really all that strong. I mean, I do have, what's it called? Sacred Heart. And I achieved control and whatnot. Positives and technology, but I'm like missing that extra power to really go over the top, I feel like, because as you can see, Mega City here took quite a bit to finish. Even though it did get kind of close at the end, as you can much gonna be the video. So thank you all for watching, and if you guys are still awake, I'm sorry that you guys gotta fall asleep.